Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big welcome to Funny Cow.
In 2012, we did like a little teaser for Funny Cow.
The first thing we did was we went down to the Comedy Store in London with a film crew, and we put Maxine in a wig and a dress, and she got up on stage and she did some comedy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Funny Cow evolved very much from there, and it was good for me because I got to sort of see where I could go with her, and yeah, it just seemed we did that, and then I remember thinking, yeah, will this ever happen? And I never thought it would, and then it has.
My dad could see the monster in me. A quiet, unblinking monster.
I think the challenges were how she changed as a person, how she grew, how she developed. So it was about, you know, moving from Funny Cow, you know, the younger Funny Cow, and she was just starting off, to then the successful Funny Cow, you know, and how she'd come through that journey of finding basically what she wanted out of life. And I feel that by the end of the film she's quite contented. I mean, I'm not saying she's happy, but I feel she's found some sort of inner peace. So it's working my way through that. But for me, the main hub of it is about a woman who finds self-realisation, and whether that means that she's happy, you know, what is happy? But, you know, she's been through her entire life and she's been dominated by men and been in abusive relationships, and it's about someone being at peace with themselves, and that's what I find, and I just hope it might have a bit of, you know, it might encourage people a bit to go out and see what they want to do.
What's this, eh? Search for a star.
Him and Funny Cow are shaped by the same winds.
Not beat me.
Bob tries to bash the world compliant, and those men are taught to swallow emotion, not to cry. Be a big lad, don't be. So there's all that stuff in him. I think he's a big daft baby, really. His is an eye that it's unwise to catch.
A light in
4 pints, 2 baby shams.
Our first.
You shut your mouth.
I just hope it makes people think a bit. It is funny, and it's dark at times, but isn't life. I think it's empowering. It's about a woman's empowerment and her journey through that.
Ready?
I feel sometimes embarrassed of people I know when I'm acting, because they know you really well. So you think, oh, you know, will they believe me? Will they, you know? It's just funny acting with Tony. Because I know him so well, and I love him, and sometimes it's hard when people are trying to be really serious and you know them and they're acting. But and I love acting with Paddy. But you've got a bit of a rapport there, and we've you know, we sort of acted before and we've played sort of, you know, sort of lovers before, so it's quite easy to slip back into that sort of chemistry thing, I hope.
Date? Do you mean a date?
It was great today. I was on set today watching Paddy's first day with Maxine, and to see it in my head, and then to see them two there with a real dark wood of that dusty library, and hear them saying it, and and it is a kind of alchemy. It's kind of magic.
I've come to share the tragedy.
Lenny can't go on because he's not feeling very well, so he puts Funny Cow forward to go on for him, which Danny, the club sort of agent, is not over pleased about.
I can't go on, Danny.
And she does it.
She's a funny cow.
I think when she gets up there initially, she's really nervous, and it's really difficult for her. She's got the material in her head, but it's different when it's riding around your head rather than actually getting up there in front of an audience. And it's the first time she's done it, you know, she's done it in front of the mirror. She's, you know, attempted it in an audition, and it all went sort of horribly wrong. And then she gets some quite negative feedback at the beginning, but she sort of harnesses it and goes with it and really enjoys it, and yeah, finds where she should be, really.
Trucks Club, welcome to the Funny Cow.
I mean, the stand-up I was really nervous about. Obviously, I was going, am I going to do that? You know, and then because of the nature of the jokes as well, you know, we know what it's about. We know it's telling history as it was and not whitewashing it, so to speak. But, you know, you're always a little bit conscious that people will get it and they'll understand.
You believe in free speech? I says, yes, I do. He says, great. Can I use your phone?
I think Funny Cow has captured really well the sense of what it was really like, you know, in working men's clubs in the 60s and 70s. You know, I think a lot of the time when people revisit this era, they kind of airbrush it a bit. So, like, all the sort of jokes to do with race are kind of wiped out, and all the kind of blue things are wiped out, and all the kind of sexist things are wiped out. And I think it's really good that in this film, all those things are there, and this guy. So yeah, I really like how the story's handled in that way. film, I play Coffee, who's one half of the duo Coffee and Cream, and I play opposite Richard Hawley. It's brilliant playing with Richard, you know, I've sort of been getting to know him over the last few days, and then when he knew I was doing this film, we just had an idea to be a duo, and he thought of me, so yeah, I'm really grateful, you know, it's a sort of homage to a few duos, I think, from the 70s, but yeah, Coffee and Cream were one in particular who used to go around all the working men's clubs.
Richard blows me away every time. We've worked together and stuff. I ask him, I tell him what the idea is. He doesn't need more than a minute. Then he goes away and comes back and just says what I've said clumsily for 2 hours in 3 minutes.
Oh, Richard's score was really important. And I just think the score does it. It's beautiful, and he just gets it. He gets it. I mean, him and Tony, I'm sure, you know, they're like conjoined twins, really, in some respects. And they've got that Sheffield connection. But it's more than that. I think, you know, they're on a very sort of similar wavelength as artists and stuff. So, yeah, there's a real understanding from Richard of Tony's work. I love the fact that she's not sentimental, that she moves forward, you know, and it's terrible because it feels like, but I just thought, there's something about Funny Cow, she has a little bit of a disconnect. She's fearless, you know what I mean, and she's got freedom to her, and she's quite anarchic, and I think from what she's been through, you know, she can keep breaking through and moving forward. But she's a survivor. And that's what I loved about her. She's not a victim, nowhere at all is Funny Cow a victim. Sometimes people just need to know that, you know, the opportunity is out there, that they can get away, and when she finds that, she goes, she doesn't give it a second thought. So I love that about her, I love her bravery.